Alright, I'm back on that job today where I was just here 2 weeks ago and I cleaned up a bunch of brush and piled it right there, so that's still there. And I brought in a bunch of gravel. So the customer liked the gravel so much that they want me to continue doing the driveway. So the gravel I had brought in 2 weeks ago, I made it to about here. And this driveway goes probably another 1,000 feet or so before the road. But the customer, they didn't like that there's some muddy areas right here, so that's where she wanted me to concentrate on. And then just do a thin surface on the rest of the road. So with that dump truck being an automatic, it's really easy to control how I tailgate gravel by controlling the speed. So for example, now these muddy areas, this is all frozen like a rock, but you can see that was mud. I can go much slower here. And then once I get off this muddy area, I can drive faster and spread the stone thinner where it doesn't need to be as thick. Alright, and sometimes people, they talk about what type of stone to bring in. And some people swear by that stone with the dust in it. My experience has been the stuff with the dust, it's really easy to install. Yes, the dust packs it all together. It doesn't plow, doesn't get messed up by the snow plow, but the stuff just doesn't hold up well. I've seen people fix driveways with that stuff. It looks beautiful, and then it only lasts a few months before it's full of potholes again. So that's why I bring in this stone. This is called number 3 stone, or it's about, 1.5 inches in size. And, there's pros and cons to it. One of the negatives is it can get plowed a little bit worse. Some of the tips to prevent that from happening is to skip the first few slushy storms. Once the ground is frozen, this stuff doesn't get plowed. But other than that, it works great. You don't want to go too thick on it on hills, because sometimes cars will spin out. You want to go no more than 4 inches with the stuff. But in areas with mud, what it does is it packs down into the mud, and the mud really locks everything together and hardens up like a rock. So this gravel has been working very well for people, and it's fixed a lot of driveways where it's had problems for years, and I put it down, and years later it's still good. Alright, so let's get started here. I'll come out this way tailgating and then dump it in mostly through there. Levi, who's that? Levi, who's that? Just raked
But
it
you know,
in.
it kind of is, maybe it's okay unless we just
Yeah. If I was gonna do something, I would take that tree out right there.
the tree, yeah.
I have a hard time getting around that with my white dump truck.
Yeah, I asked before, like even when they were delivering bigger things, but somehow everybody was able to go around it. I have no idea.
Yeah,
why.
I make it, but it's like, you see people have been hitting it up top there.
A few times,
Yeah.
they did. No, you know what, you're right. Maybe it just looks fine the way that it is.
Yeah, no,
And this will compact more during
Yeah.
the spring.
Oh yeah.
And
If
then
it
we will
gets-
see if the water comes back.
If it gets muddy in the spring, I could bring more
A
of
little
this.
more, yeah.
And that's the best time to do it because it will pack right down. No, it's just once it gets rained on,
Then the
then
the colors
it
show
rinses
up.
the dust right off of it.
And here you think it's just fine as well, right? Just
Yeah, I mean a little could go right there, but it's not. I mean, that's where the mud was. So I mean, I could easily always get more. So Levi.
This is not Coquette. Coquette is home.
Okay, so here it is. Just met with the customer. She's happy with it. So that looks good. Nice, easy gravel delivery where no equipment was needed to spread it out.